Hey, what's going on? You're tuned in to the Daily Geek right here on SweetGeekTV. I am your host, Griffin Granberg, and you know what? Today is February 16, 2009, episode 123. That's right, episode 123. I want to welcome all the new viewers and all the new subscribers to the Daily Geek. I hope you enjoy the show, and of course, if you have any comments, questions, concerns, what have you, leave a comment on any video. I comment back to every single comment left in due time, okay? Or you can always email me at griffin@sweetgeek.tv or tips@sweetgeek.tv, and I will get back to you there as well. So, you know what? Let's do what I do best, the geek news. Start off with story number one. It was no big surprise that this announcement was made at the Mobile World Congress that's happening in Barcelona, Spain right now, that Windows Mobile 6.5 is going to be debuted, and it was, and you know what? It doesn't look that bad. In fact, I want you to go check it out on the interesting link section on our main site, SweetGeek.tv. Gizmodo has a great video that kind of shows you the user interface and interaction with gestures and all that type of thing. So go check that out in the interesting link section. Story number two, a big, huge deal for LG that was announced at the Mobile World Congress. In fact, it was so big that Steve Ballmer had to go there and do the little, nice shakety shake hands, the little press photos like, haha, yeah, baby. We just did this huge deal. And what was the deal? 50 cell phones from LG running Windows Mobile. That's a huge, big deal. And Steve Ballmer was happy to take that picture, believe me. Okay, LG's never been in the software business, and I don't think they really want to be honest. So it just made sense that they were going to do some sort of big deal with Microsoft and Windows Mobile. Let's move on, though. Story number three, more talk about Flash coming to cell phones from Adobe. Now, TechCrunch is even calling it vaporware, okay? I'm not going to go that far because I believe it's going to happen. I mean, it just has to happen, okay? And here's the deal, is Adobe's saying it is going to happen by 2010. Not just Flash Lite like they were discussing, but an actual full version, full-featured Flash 10 player coming to cell phones by 2010, including the Palm Pre, which was the big announcement saying, hey, look at us. We got the WebOS, we got the multi-touch, we got this cool, badass phone that's coming out on Sprint, okay? And it's going to do Flash. That's some big stuff right there. Nokia S60 phones also going to be getting it. Android and Windows Mobile phones also going to be getting it, but we kind of already knew that, okay? But here's the thing is, no Apple iPhone. Why? Why is Flash not coming to the iPhone? It almost makes me angry, and you know what? I don't even care for iPhones that much, but here's the thing is, Apple and Adobe, they went like hand in hand. I mean, Photoshop, the Mac OS and the Illustrator and all this stuff, it all worked together, right? But no Flash on the iPhone? Could it be because Steve Jobs said that it was, basically a bloated piece of crap? Okay, he didn't use those exact words, but he did say it was a resource hog, and you know what? It kind of is, okay? But the thing is it needs to come to the iPhone. They talk about a real web experience there on the iPhone, and really, you're cutting out a big part of new media by leaving Flash out. So you know what, Apple? I'm almost to the buying point, but not yet, okay? I'm almost there, but I'm giving you a warning. Get off your high horse and get yourself a little Flash. Story number four. Facebook hit a huge milestone today, 175 million users. Of course, that was up from 5 weeks ago, 150 million users. That's right, 25 million, 5 weeks. That's pretty huge and big, but here's the thing. A lot of analysts are saying that Facebook is actually not looking for this 600,000 users a day add-on because it's costing them a ton of money, okay? Because each 1 million users costs about $1 million in servers and that type of deal. So they're not super excited about it because it's happening so fast. They haven't been able to figure out exactly how they're going to make the bread and butter right there on Facebook. But you know what? It's going to happen sooner or later because Facebook isn't going anywhere, in my opinion. Story number five, the last story of the day. Acer's new smartphones actually look pretty decent. They look that bad. Here's the big surprise, though, that they are not going to be running Windows Mobile 6.5. So you might be rejoicing. You might be saying, hey, what are they going to do? Android, perhaps? No. They're going to be running Windows Mobile 6.1, which was a big surprise because people were thinking it was going to run 6.5 instead of 6.1. But here's the deal. Windows 6.1 is what you're going to get with a new skin. And it doesn't look that bad. Go check it out in the interesting link section on our main site, SweetGeek.tv. You're also going to see the specs of the different phones and how cool they look. They don't look that bad. So, there you have it. That is the Geek News for February 16, 2009, episode 1, 2, 3 of the Daily Geek on SweetGeekTV. I am your host, Griffin Granberg, and the question of the day is, what is the problem with Apple? What do you think about Apple's saying, no, we don't know about this flash thing on the iPhone thing yet. What do you think about it? Leave a comment no matter where you're at. I will come back to every single comment left, and I hope you have a fantastic rest of your Monday and early Tuesday. But you know what? Tomorrow, more geek news will happen right here, so make sure you're tuned in. I'll see you then.